ॐ भवाब्धिपोतरूपकं ह्यशेषदेहकल्पितं गुणाकरं कृपाकरं भजेह राममद्वयम्. Dasharatha was prone to do one mistake after other. First, he hurriedly arranged for the ceremony to appoint Rama as his successor. Then, when Kaikeyi objected to this, he meekly agreed to cancel the same. The entire episode raises many questions. Was Kaikeyi within her rights to ask such unreasonable boons? Was Dasharatha eligible to grant them? Was the rule of Dharma upheld in this case or not? Let us try to answer these questions. First, let us look at the background of the story. The kingdom ruled by Dasharatha was an inherited one. He may have won some territories, but largely it was handed over to him by his father. So it was clearly a hereditary property. Now, can a person decide on his own on who should get the inherited property? Even today, the answer for this question is a big no. Then how come Dasharatha decided that he will grant the ancestral property to anyone of his choice? Second, the unwritten rule in Surya Vamsha was that eldest son will succeed the throne. The elder one was sidelined only if he committed a great sin, like Asamanjasa. In this case, Rama was not only the eldest, but the best among the brothers. He was also loved by his people who praised him endlessly. Then there was no need for Dasharatha to sideline Rama. Third, the decision to make Rama the next king was taken in royal court by representatives of all sections of society. So it was a democratic mandate which Dasharatha had no choice but to implement. He had no right to overrule decisions because of personal reasons. Fourth, Dasharatha may have given his word to Kaikeyi's father that her son will become the next king. Now that was applicable only when his other wives were childless. Also, that agreement did not cover the case of Kausalya having a son elder than Kaikeyi's. Since the terms and conditions of that agreement were changed, it stands null and void. Fifth, yes, Kaikeyi was granted two boons by Dasharatha, agreed, but she had no business to encash it now. It was a private affair between two individuals, and only those two bore witness for anything which happened between them. Therefore, the scope of those boons were strictly private. Who should be the next king, or whether Rama should go to exile or not, is a question of important national interest. Private talks between husband and wife cannot determine the course of action in such matters. In summary, the decision that Rama should be the next king was right in all aspects. It was according to the law of the time as endorsed by Shastras. Rama himself was immensely qualified for the job. So it's really tragic that bedroom gossip overtook the sound reasoning. Then the question may be asked as to why Rama and other learned people in his kingdom accepted this illogical decision. As they say, the question of dharma is indeed very subtle. In this case, Rama himself gives an elaborate reasoning and settles this question forever. That he could see rightness in a decision which predominantly appears to be wrong speaks volume about his sense of dharma. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यां परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु।